At Enactus Queens, we know that big problems require bold solutions. The agriculture sector is responsible for 1/4 of the world's emissions. Delving deeper into this research, it is clear that the way we are feeding the world's citizens isn't sustainable, equitable, or good for us. The world lacks cost-effective, nutritious, and sustainable food, and we realize that the world's citizens are faced with this problem. So we have to ask ourselves, how can we feed the world in an accessible and sustainable way? Addressing climate change while meeting the nutrition and food consumption needs of the future sounds impossible, right? And doing so in a cost-effective manner that is accessible for all, unheard of. We have a little secret for you, and we can solve all of these problems using the smallest food out there, spirulina algae. Spirulina has the potential to fight climate change and malnutrition and address food insecurity and food shortages all in one microscopic package. Spirulina is 70% protein by weight, has a 2-to-1 carbon capture ratio, allows 95% of water used to be recycled, requires no arable land, and goes from seed to table in 8 hours. Algae is unlike anything we currently utilize for food. But getting people to shift their eating habits away from unsustainable food and start eating algae is a big challenge.
And this is where we come in. We are Algae, the first company in Canada developing delicious and purpose-driven food products centered around spirulina algae. Our journey started back in 2019 when we first discovered the potential of algae and simultaneously learned that no one was innovating in the algae food space. Our mission is to validate and test a plethora of early-stage algae-based food products. We learned that people love the brand and what it stood for. However, we discovered that consumers saw spirulina algae as a little more than a supplement. If we wanted to make an impact, we needed to start with a food product that consumers could understand and could love. We needed a stepping stone to introduce more complex and ambitious food products. This year, we launched the Impact Bar, a great tasting, nutrient-rich, and sustainable bar made with spirulina algae. Our bars are made from local and imported ingredients at a low energy facility and packaged in completely recyclable packaging. This 55-gram bar is made with unprocessed and clean ingredients. Each bar is packed with 5 to 7 ingredients, 8 to 10 grams of plant-based protein, 15 grams of good fats, and 30 to 40% of your daily iron. And if that wasn't enough, the spirulina algae in each bar removes 14 grams of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. We began selling the first stage of the Impact Bar in April 2020, and since then have sold over 4,000 Impact Bars, generating over $15,000 in revenue and removing over 56 kilograms of CO2 from the atmosphere. In May 2021, we launched the finalized version of the Impact Bar in 2 flavors. These 2 flavors will help us get closer to achieving our mission of facilitating the adoption of a brand new way of eating.
Our next steps are simple. With the help of our retail partners, we will be expanding throughout Kingston, Calgary, and Alberta. This summer, from April to October, we were doing an event road trip to get more people from our beachhead market of endurance athletes trying and loving the product. We currently have 3 major partnerships in the works, and we expect to be in 50 stores by end of May and have the ambitious goal of securing 150 store accounts by fall 2022. Profit from this growth will be reinvested to help us build more sustainable, higher impact foods made with algae, which we have already tested on a small scale. By this point, you're probably wondering if the bars are any good. Well, here's the proof. People truly can't get enough of the Impact Bars. Algae is addressing SDG 2, 12, and 13. We've introduced 12,000 people to green business. 5 people will be hired in the next month, including those from underrepresented groups. 5 students have had hands-on experience learning about entrepreneurship. And finally, we have spoken to more than 10,000 people about the sustainable and nutritious benefits of eating algae. The purchase of our products has diverted an average of 28 kilograms of greenhouse gases and has directly removed over 56 kilograms of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Through algae, we hope to shift the way people think and consume food. We hope to create a wide variety of food products centered around spirulina algae that will make it easy and seamless for people to choose sustainable food options. Algae has the potential to solve climate change, fight food insecurity, and address food shortages.